Good evening, everyone. I'd like to call this Aston Township Board of Commissioners meeting for Wednesday, October 18, 2023 to order. Can we all rise for the Pledge of Allegiance?
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. I need a motion to approve the minutes of the regular meeting of September 20, 2023.
Make a motion.
I have a second. Questions, comments? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Ayes have it. I'd like to move on to committee reports. Commissioner Dockery, please.
Before me, the Treasurer's Report for September 2023. Operating cash in the general fund as of September 30th is $2,158,125. Other funds include the TD Bank ARF Fund account, the balance of $856,223. The Pliget Fund with the balance of $9,391,294. The TD Bank Capital Checking Account with a balance of $3,927,852. Total cash balance for the township as of September 30th, 2023 was $22,356,075. And that concludes my report.
Thank you. Commissioner Penn.
DeGrasse, please.
Thank you, Commissioner Sewell. I have the Public Works Director's Activity Report for September 2023. Cut and chipped hanging branches above roadway in Rosemont. Prep Memorial Garden grounds for 9/11 ceremony. Started preparing for annual Community Day festivities. Replaced 5 stormwater inlet caps on Spring Valley Way. Constructed a new slanted roof and installed metal cages for new dog kennel area. Purchased pallets of leaf bags for upcoming season. All weeds pulled from Center Island on Pennell Road. Our sanitation department picked up 64 tons of recycling and 488 tons of residential waste. The following roads are state-owned and maintained: Pennell Road, Concord Road, Knowlton Road, Bridgewater Road, Dutton Mill Road, Aston Mill, Bernie Highway, Wiley Road, and Lenai Road. If you have any maintenance or safety issues on any of these roads, please contact PennDOT at 610-566-0972. A reminder to all residents to dispose of all medical waste properly, as radiation could be found in something as small as a tissue on an adult diaper. Proper disposal of medical waste. The next metal and appliance week collection is November 6th to the 10th. Bulk trash week no longer exists. Anything that could be burned can be put on the curb for trash at any time. Please have your trash at the curb by 6 a.m. or your designated trash day. Any questions or complaints, please contact Russ Palmore, Director of Public Works, at 610-494-8005. That concludes my report.
Thank you, Commissioner Pendergrass. Commissioner Berry, please.
Thank you, President Stigall. I have the police report for incidents that occurred in September of 2023. Incidents handled 590, accident investigations 31, criminal investigations 32. Clearance rate for Part 1 was 27%, clearance rate for Part 2, 8%. Now we have the LPR, that's license plate readers. Pennell and Concord Road, $1,070,000. Pennell and Dutton Mill, $557,265. Dutton Mill and Concord, $404,606. Concord and Aston Mill, $623,199. And Concord Road and Bridgewater, $578,479 cars. And that concludes my report.
Thank you, Commissioner Berry. Commissioner Higgins, please.
Thank you, Mr. President. I have the permits and licenses report dated October 17, 2023, and this report is for the month of September. Total income from building permits and general contractors licenses, and that's permits and licenses, $15,402. Sorry, I forgot to mention that the beginning balance was $340,413. Total electrical permits and licenses, $824. Total plumbing and heating permits and licenses, $2,245. Income from Board of Health licenses, $2,125. Income from commercial maintenance inspections, 0. Income from certificates of occupancy, $2,650. Income from rental licenses, $3,100. Income from street openings, $1,000. Total revenue collected for the month was $27,346. Total for 2023 year-to-date is $367,759 compared to September of 22, $452,177. I also want to make a few comments regarding land development. Perfect Storage, which is the old Skate Palace site, 3471 Concord Road. We expect construction to start any day now. And also A&A Enterprises, which is Rick's tree service, that old business there. We're in an extension phase with the developer, and I'm waiting for a response back from the developer's engineer to find out where they are in the process. So anybody that's interested in that, that's really what's going on back there right now. That's all I have. Thank you.
Thank you, Commissioner Higgins. Commissioner Bowden, please.
I have a report here from the library. Bingo is this Saturday to benefit the Aston Public Library from 6 to 9. Doors will open at 4:30. $25 admission. All cash prizes. No one under 18 is admitted. Alcoholic beverages are prohibited. Join the library for a night of magic, comedy, and more with David Darwin. Audience of all ages delight at seeing what he can do with fine china, a feather, and a unicycle. Break the mold of a typical show and share the surprise and delight of the unusual. Wednesday, November the 1st at 6 p.m. Join lifelong Aston resident author Kit Spade for a book signing special event as she kicks off the tour for her latest book, A Selfless Life, Saturday, November the 4th at 1 p.m. From the senior citizens, their luncheon is Thursday, October the 26th. Doors are open at 10:15. Their meeting follows. Also, the last time I'm going to say, crossing guards. We need crossing guards for Pendelco. $16 an hour. It's a substitute position. Please, people, if you have a few hours a day, come out and help us out. These kids need to get to school safe. But the way the traffic is in this town, it's horrendous. And we are extremely short on crossing guards. And Joe, I'm going to ask you if you'll bring up on your laptop the Lumen area, and if you would read it for the public, please.
Sure.
We have a new, we're going to be doing luminaries in memory of loved ones for our Christmas season through the Park and Rec Committee, and Joe's going to read you everything about it.
All right, I'll do my best.
Thank you.
Should I do it in my own voice or try to impersonate yours? Okay. On behalf of the Aston Township Parks and Rec Committee, please join us for our first annual Night of Lumineers on Saturday, December 2nd, 2023. This is being done to honor and remember all of the wonderful friends and relatives that we have lost, as well as enjoying the holidays with our neighbors. Our goal is to fill the neighborhoods of Aston Township with Lumineers, but are in need of volunteers to help contact your neighbors, pick up bags for your street, and set up the Lumineers for your street. The luminary kits will need to be picked up prior to December 2nd. There is a request of a monetary donation of $5 per household to cover the cost of the bags and battery-operated candles. Participation forms can be found here. There's a hyperlink on the website, which can be mailed to 2 New Road, Suite 123, Aston, PA 19014, to the attention of Eileen Bailey, or they can be hand-delivered during regular office hours, which are Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. Payment should be made by cash or check only. Please make checks payable to Aston Township. If you would like to be a street captain who will be responsible for picking up bags from the community center at a designated time, handing out flyers to notify neighbors of the event, and placement of the bags on the day of the event, please complete the form found here, again another hyperlink, and return to Eileen Bailey at the address listed above. We encourage everyone to join in this moving and inspiring neighborhood event and look forward to seeing all of our streets shining on December 2nd.
Hopefully you all join in on this wonderful event that we're planning and make our town glow with the memory of those that we've lost. That's all I have.
Thank you, Commissioner Bowe, and thank you, Commissioner McGinn, for helping out. Nancy, can you pass down the notes from that library? I'm trying to think what that guy's gonna do with the unicycle feather. All right, at this time, I'd like to call on Commissioner McGinn, please.
Yes, thank you. Commissioner Stegall. Just one fire committee report. Based on the information the Aston Township Fire Department gave us, they update calls and such each month. Usually I talk about our manpower and response, which is good as always. But one thing I wanted to point out today is, this past month in September, there were 77 fire and EMS calls that were responded to. When you look at it, out of those 77, almost 1 in 4 was some type of false alarm. Could have been a carbon monoxide detector activation with no CO, alarm system sounded due to malfunction, just as an example, alarm system activation, no fire unintentional. So I just point that out, when you add all those up, it's close to 23%, it's almost 1 in 4. So just a reminder, I know there's a limited audience here and folks at home, but to check those alarms that you have, when they need a new battery, replace them, and do that basic maintenance, because there is a cost and a response time for the firefighters to get out and respond. So just using this and looking at those numbers, it seemed that every month there's something, but it seemed a little high this past month. So just a reminder for everybody to do that. And that completes my report, Commissioner Stegall.
Thank you, Commissioner McGinn. All right, moving on, I'd like to make a motion to approve the treasurer's report. If second, questions or comments? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Ayes have it. I'd like to also make a motion to approve the bills and payroll.
Motion. Second.
Second, questions or comments? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Ayes have it. This time I'd like to open up the floor to the public for agenda items only. If you have any questions at the podium, name and address, please.
Nicholas Penza, 30 Morgan Road. Let's go down the list. I do not have the map in front of me, so where exactly is the mixed use overlay district in the zoning?
The mixed overlay district goes along Pennell Road and along Concord Road, basically from 5 Points to Dutton Mill. That district already exists. It existed. It was put on the zoning map about 5 or 6 years ago.
Right, I knew it existed, I just didn't know where its borders are. Has there been issues in the past that we need to make a clarification in the ordinance?
When that ordinance was adopted, it indicated in both the title line, the title block that you usually see at the top of the ordinance, and in the recitals that the uses in that district were permitted by conditional use only. But in the body of it, it says permitted. It doesn't say permitted by conditional use. And since the old township building is for sale, I thought it best to just clear that out. So it's more housekeeping.
Sorry. My second question is now the contract with Human University, that's them hiring our department, right?
So we agreed a few months ago to enter into an agreement with Newman for a cybercrime unit. So what they're doing here is basically paying part of the salary for one of our officers to teach classes and to instruct students.
Okay, now this will not take away from the officer's own duties in
No.
patrolling the town,
No,
right?
well, actually, he's a detective, so he doesn't routinely patrol the town. So he's uniquely qualified for this position.
All right, but this won't take him off of any cases investigating. Okay, so. All right, that's all the agenda items.
Thank you. Thank you. Anyone else? All right, I'd like to move on to Commissioner Higgins, please, if you could place the meeting.
Make a motion to place the meeting in Sendai.
And second, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Ayes have it. At this time, I'd like to turn the floor over to our solicitor, Mike Madgen.
Thank you, Mr. President. This evening is evening we scheduled a public hearing for ordinance 1032. I'd like to get a couple exhibits into the record. One will be the draft ordinance, and the second will be the proof of publication. This hearing was advertised in the Delaware County Daily Times for this evening on both September 23rd and September 30th in accordance with the NPC. Ordinance 1032 really clarifies the permitted uses allowed in the mixed-use overlay district, which is set forth at section 1297.03 of the codified ordinances of the township. When the underlying ordinances were drafted and adopted, the intent was very clear to make all of the uses that are permitted in that district by conditional use. However, I thought it could be a little crisper if we added some language to the body of the ordinance as well, and that's what this ordinance will do. And this is particularly pertinent now because of the sale of 5021 Kennel Road. So with that, Mr. Chairman, I think it would be appropriate for you to call for any public comment.
Anyone have a question about the issue? Yeah, unfortunately, you have to go back up. You just said it. Yeah.
Now, since it is a mixed overlay district, what are the activities that are permitted under that labeling?
Well, that's a pretty long list of activities. I can tell you that the residential uses require commercial use with them, but there's a variety of commercial uses and, warehouses and some industrial uses as well.
We're trying to get the best use out of that property for the township, and that's kind of why we're cleaning up these things.
Do you have any people looking into buying it yet?
So, as you may have seen riding by the old building, there's a sign out front for Colliers. So Colliers is handling the sale. Bids are due on the 25th, so a week from today. And they've had, I think, maybe 8 or 10 people out there that they've shown the property to who have signed up for the online auction.
Are you free to discuss who's bidding so far?
No, I couldn't tell you because I don't know. It's a basically a high bid situation. So we've been sort of not interested in hearing the identities at this point.
It'll come out eventually, but again, we're not involved in the process.
Right.
Thanks. Anyone else? All right, Commissioners, Commissioner Dockery, any questions? Commissioner Pendergrass? Commissioner Berry? Commissioner Higgins?
No.
Commissioner Bowden?
No.
Commissioner McGinn?
No.
Mr. Buffet?
No.
Kelly? Joe? And I have none, so seeing none,
Appropriate to take the meeting, close the hearing.
call on Commissioner Higgins, please.
I make a motion to take the meeting out of Sendai.
Next second, questions or comments? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Ayes have it. All right, so we're moving on to old business, line item A, consider an ordinance to amend section 1297.03. Commissioner Berry, please.
Thank you, President Mr. Val. Consider an ordinance to amend section 1297.03 to clarify all uses in the mixed-use overlay district are permitted by conditional use only. I make a motion to approve ordinance number 1032, amending section 1297.03. That's in the form of a motion.
I have second. Questions or comments? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Ayes have it. All right, moving on, new business, line item A, consider a resolution setting a curfew. Commissioner Bowden, please.
Township of Aston, Delaware County, Pennsylvania, Resolution 2023-82. Whereas ordinance number 287, further amended, allows the Board of Commissioners to alter the curfew hours on a temporary basis by resolution. And whereas a temporary 9 o'clock p.m. curfew at Halloween time has reduced criminal mischief, offenses reported over the years. Now therefore be it resolved that the Board of Commissioners of the Township of Aston, Delaware County, Pennsylvania, does resolve to establish temporary curfew at 9:00 p.m. to sunrise for persons under 18 years of age, beginning Monday, October 30th, 2023, through Wednesday, November 1st, 2023, in the form of a motion.
I have second. Questions or comments? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Ayes have it. Line item B, consider a motion to approve an independent contractor agreement with Newman. Commissioner Dockery, please.
I make a motion to approve the independent contractor agreement with Newman University for the Aston Township Police Department to provide instruction in digital forensics and cybercrime, subject to the solicitor's approval in the form of a motion.
I have second. Questions or comments? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Ayes have it. So I'd like to move on escrow releases. Commissioner Higgins, please.
Thank you. We're going to try something different tonight that will hopefully in the future make the process go faster. So I may stumble over some stuff because I just wrote this up for the meeting. But Aston Township, Delaware County, covering various resolutions. Whereas ordinance number 240 and ordinance number 360 provide for escrow funds for completion of improvements, and whereas the township engineer and the new construction committee has approved the request, the release of escrow funds for various people, company, and individuals. Now therefore be resolved that Aston Township execute such action as required by the township secretary and the president of the board of commissioners to release various sums of money payable as follows. Resolution 2023-83 to Holfelder Brothers, Pennell and Pennell Road, Village Green Senior Community, $5,194. Resolution 2023-84, Network Building and Construction, 2947 Dutton Mill Road, $3,482.50. Resolution 2023-85, SBA Network Services, 12 Kent Road, $3,367.50. Resolution 2023-86, Jacobs Telecommunications, 2947 Dutton Mill Road, $1,728.25. Resolution 2023-87, Vision Solar LLC, Roman Gregorian. Let me say this name again. Sounds a Russian name. Roman Gregorianchenko, 2825 Dutton Mill Road, $706.25. 2023-88, Sunwise Energy LLC, South Manor Drive, $1.75. 2023-89, Matt and Christine Ferris, 1594 Spring Hill Drive, $1. Duly adopted this 18th day of October 2023, Township of Aston, by James M. Stigall, President, Board of Commissioners, and attested to by Kelly A. Pippin, Township Secretary. All those in the form of a motion.
I have second. Questions or comments? I think that was an excellent way to do that. It was very good.
Michael's with you.
Good. Congratulations. That was very effective. All right. Any other questions or comments? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Ayes have it.
I thought the Phillies might be playing when we did this last week.
I need to read it both like I find them. And we have two more payable to the engineers. These are summary amounts. They have a lot of detail attached to them. The following amount is for engineering fees to be paid to Pinoni Associates for the month of October. A grand total of $207, and that's it. All that in the form of a motion.
I have second. Questions or comments? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Ayes have it.
And one more. The following amount is for engineering fees to be paid to Shirley Associates, Inc. for the month of October, $6,021.50. All that in the form of a motion.
I have second. Questions or comments? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Ayes have it. Thank you, Commissioner Higgins. I want an estimate on how much we put out to give the dollar back. But you know what? They're entitled to it. They're entitled to it. It's their money, so that's what we do. All right, I'd like to open up the floor to the public. If you have anything, please come to the podium. Name and address, please.
Mary Ann Boland, 3235 Darwin Circle, Aston. I'm very sorry, that was my phone that went off. Bear with me because I have to read this. I had the pleasure again this year of coordinating the Community Day for the Aston Business Association. The 23rd Annual Community Day gave me a bit of trouble. It was planned for Saturday, October 7th, but Mother Nature sent us the wind and a little drizzle. Maybe could have had it, but blow-up rides and canopies do not get along with wind. Finally, we decided to go to the 14th, which was our rain date, but again, Mother Nature struck us again, and boy, did it rain that day. Finally, we decided to go on a Sunday, and it turned out to be a nice day. We could not have the parade. Sundays are hard with many people going to church. We did have our bike rodeo and bike contest, which the kids loved, and they loved their prizes. Traffic co-chair John Furling quickly had to replace Chair Joe Hart, who had an emergency. John did a fantastic job with help from Gary Smith and Franny Miles, organizing the outside table so everyone knew where to go. We did have opening ceremonies with the American Legion Post 926 raising the flag with the help of our Scout leaders and the Scouts of America reciting the Pledge of Allegiance and the Boy Scout Code. It would not be the same without Dr. Yuki and the concert chorale singing America the Beautiful and God Bless America. Thank you, Dr. Yuki. And thank you, Jack Bessel, for giving us your blessing. Thank you to our commissioners who were in attendance, our township manager, and our assistant township manager. The residents in attendance enjoyed all our events, including sampling our food court, tasting pizza from Rambrosso's To Go, ice cream, just homemade ice cream, root beer floats, Iron Workers Bank, big square brownies from Applebee's, Alex Lemonade, the cheerleaders, and the new restaurant in town, Amori's Kitchen, cooking up a storm with soups, chicken finger salad, and much more. These samples were free and supplied by our generous eateries. Everyone had a hamburger and a hot dog grilled by our own chief police, Danny Ruggieri, and his crew. Soda and water to wash them down while sitting at tables listening to the music by the Sonic Marbles. We could not have our annual wing contest, but next year get ready police and fire departments. Thank you to our public works department. I sure did run them around all week, and they never complained, out loud anyway. Our advanced wristband sales helped a lot, and Brian Palmer and his crew did a great job. Thank you. The residents had a nice time walking around looking at everything our businesses had and our organizations had to offer. We also combined our Business Expo and Community Day and inside the gym were many businesses giving away all kinds of samples and goodies. The kids, young and old, enjoyed riding on the rides from Betty's Fun Center. The photo booth was the big hit, especially with the teenagers. The young and old loved having their pictures taken with Bluey, Paw Patrol, Mickey and Minnie Mouse, Elmo, Scooby-Doo, and more. Our own Delco Batman came to visit, and the kids went crazy. There were kids painting cookies, getting their face painted, painting pumpkins, catching ducks in the duck pond for prizes. Also, Volt DJ entertaining the day with music and playing for the performers who did demos on how to stay healthy. We also had Breaking the Barrier playing some tunes for us. This event could not have taken place without the help and commitment of many committee members. All my chair people, adult volunteers, student volunteers from Newman University, Sun Valley High School, and Northly Middle School. It was a pleasure to work with the Newman's men's ice hockey team and the women's hockey team. They were great. Make it a point to go to their games. I'm definitely going. Thank you to the teachers, coaches that worked with me to organize the volunteers. We never seem to say enough about the good in our children and students, but this group of helpers are the best, and I thank you. Dr. Jones, we are proud of Newman University students, and teachers, we are proud of Sun Valley and Northly students. They are the best. Our ad book was donated by Choice Marketing, Chip Lilly, and prepared by Fareed, who is always so accommodating. The food, rides, and events are sponsored by the generous financial donations and personal commitments of the businesses and community organizations of Aston Township. With these donations, we were able to have a great event. Additionally, I am most appreciative of the unparalleled support of our local businesses and food eaters. Please support them during the year. The combined effort of all shows the true strength of the Aston Township community and Aston Business Association. Your support is appreciated. I look forward to working with you again next year. Thank you.
Thanks, Mary Ann.
I thank Mary Ann and everyone involved for getting Community Day off and running and a great event. Thank you. Anyone else?
Should I say my name and
Just for the record, Nick.
Nicholas Penza, 30 Morgan Road. First, I wanted to ask, because I heard this during the Treasury reports and committee reports, what's the Plickett Fund?
You recall,
Pennsylvania Local Government Insurance Trust. Investment Trust.
Pennsylvania Local Government Investment Trust. It's when we got our $10 million loan out last year for the future community or township building, we didn't want to just park that money in a bank that had no interest rate, so that the Plickett account has a higher interest rate. That's why it's there.
Why would we put it where we're going to have a higher interest rate in turning it?
We know we want to gain a higher interest rate.
While our money sits there till we're ready to build the building, we're getting interest on that money.
I thought it was a loan.
We did, yeah. We took out a loan.
No, the $10 million was a loan. How are you getting interest?
We deposited that money into the Plickett account, which is a higher interest rate.
We're investing those funds.
So it was a lump sum of money, they gave us all the money, and we put it in that account, so that it'll build money as it sits there.
And then
On the
we
interest.
use
But doesn't it itself have an interest rate to pay it back?
Yes, and what we're doing with the Plickett, the money we're getting in interest from there, we're able to pay off that.
Okay, my next question is, well, first I want to say good, 9 o'clock is a good curfew time for the Halloween festivities. You have to keep those darn teenagers in check. The next thing I want to talk about is maybe banning pet costumes because the dogs and the cats deserve more dignity.
Okay.
But more serious, as you probably remember, there was a murder in the town on Blackthorn a few months back. I don't know, was it July, August? I can't remember time anymore. Now, whatever bank owns the mortgage, they're probably still going to try over a year to sell it, but we all know they're never going to be able to sell that house. No one wants to live in a murder house. So I just want to know, when that time comes, would there be any chance that the township would be buying the murder house, the property?
No, we can't do that.
So even though if it wouldn't be sold, it'd just sit there, derelict there, inviting all the rats, raccoons, possums, and even worse,
No, I'm
rabbits.
sure, you know what, listen, there's a lot of people that do rehabs in Aston, despite the history, they might see a good sale. If it sits there, price goes down, sees a profit to go in and rehab it, and who knows. But unfortunately, we can't get involved in that kind of stuff as far as purchasing.
All right, but if it's still sitting there, derelict in them.
Well, I mean, there's already houses, homes that are like that now, okay? Someone passed away, there's no children or nothing like that, the bank has it, we go in there, cut the grass, bill the owner of the house to pay for it, but, people have a right to live. And what I mean by that is, we can't, as a township, go in and buy these houses and then resell them. It's just not the business we're in. We're into, services and things like that. So there's people out there that'll come around and rehab the houses for a profit.
So you say.
Yeah.
That would be all my open addresses. Thank you.
Okay, thanks, Nick. Anyone else? Okay, seeing none, I'd like to move on to other business. Commissioner Dockery.
First, I just want to thank the organizers of the Community Day, and too bad the weather wouldn't cooperate. And second, I want to wish everyone a safe Halloween.
Commissioner Pendergrass.
Yeah, I also would thank Public Works, Police Department for the work they do all year long, plus what they did for Community Day. And I would thank everybody for coming tonight and have a safe Halloween.
Commissioner Berry?
Have a safe Halloween and good job, Community Day. Thank you.
Thank you. Commissioner Higgins?
Yeah, thank you to the committee for the, nice to get a
Committee for the job well done on Community Day. And also, everybody remember that November 7th is Election Day. Please come out and exercise your rights. Thank you.
Thank you, Commissioner Higgins. Commissioner Bowden?
I personally want to thank Mary Ann Bullen for organizing and keeping us all in line for Community Day. It was a difficult job, and you did a great job. Sorry the weather didn't cooperate, but it was a great event. Happy Halloween to everybody, and get out the Reese peanut butter cups so I can come by and get a couple. Be safe out there. Please have your children carrying flashlights. Be careful. And hopefully you'll all hear and read about our Luminaria program, and hopefully we can get our neighborhoods all lit up, and it will look beautiful like some of the other towns. So please reach out to Eileen Bailey, and her number is on the website, and hopefully we can get that taken care of. Thanks.
Thank you, Commissioner Bowden. Commissioner McGinn, please.
Yeah, thank you. Would echo everybody's comments again. Things like Community Day, the event that Nancy asked me to pinch it and read for the Night of the Lumineers, everything else is just a great example of why Aston's a great place to live. A combination of volunteers, the township staff that pitches in, commissioners and other folks on committees always make it great. Mike talked about Election Day, and just a reminder as well, just double checked on the dates. If anybody out there wants to vote but isn't sure if they're registered or needs to register, you can still actually register to vote for this election as long as you get in by October 23rd. And you can, if you have work come up, or even if not, but you want a mail-in ballot, they can still be requested up to Halloween, and you just need to get it back by Election Day for it to count, in addition to Election Day. If you have any question on what your polling place is, reach out to anybody here at the township, to the county, to your local commissioner, and we'll make sure you know where that is. Also wanted to mention, because I saw the sign-ups go up, it's hard to believe it's pushing the end of October, so we're getting into the winter sports seasons. So Aston AA has a great programs for basketball and wrestling, and those sign-ups are available now, as well as other options, including the local CYOs. And finally, while we're on the sports theme, and I can't believe I'm the first one to say this, is go Phils. Thank you.
You took away my thunder. Mr. DeVay? No? Okay. Mr. D'Souza? No? All right, I just want to mention that it's starting to get dark a little bit. There's Halloween kids out there running around trying to get candy. But overall, please be conscious that, it's dark earlier and the kids going home from school and events and things like that. Just be a little more cautious. Slow down a little bit as you go through the intersections and slow down on the streets. I know we say that all the time, but eventually after 1,000 times it'll sink in. But with that, I need a motion to adjourn. Thank you.